Hello, friends. Before we get to our bite-sized dice roll twice told story today, we'd like to take a moment to showcase another fantastic podcast out there that's been inspiring us here at DiceSized. Warlock is a D&D and anime-inspired audio drama that is perfect for any fans of anime, D&D, or audio dramas in general. But honestly, they sell themselves better than I ever could. So take a listen to this little clip, and then we'll be on with the show.
In a world of sorcerers, only those born with magic bloodlines can use magic. But all of that is about to change. My name is Nova, and this is the story of how I became the first warlock.
Oh, that is rich. Well, I guess I'll see you at the trial then. Can't wait to witness this incredible power you've been hiding.
Without a legacy or the ability to cast spells, you have no future as a sorcerer.
Touch the statue and I'll lend you my power. But it will come with a price if you are able to receive it.
This power might not be mine, but I'll use it until I don't need it anymore.
Huh. Good answer. Welcome to Class Red.
Yeah, there is a lady in my head who gave me this power. It is literally not mine. But I can't tell him that.
All right, I'm gonna stop you right there. Look, I don't do well with all the technical mumbo-jumbo. Just hit me with your best attack and we'll go from there.
Look, we're classmates, not friends. I don't need to know your backstory. I just need you to start carrying your own weight. Got it?
How in the hell did you get such power?
Astral Day! Join the quest and listen to Warlock wherever you get your podcasts.
Welcome to DiceSized and welcome to Wish Hunter. This is a D&D audio adventure podcast where we tell bite-sized dice roll twice told stories. This is me, your DM and friend, Robert Whitehead. And with me, as always, is my lovely table of friends and family here. We, of course, have my brother, George.
Hey, it's G. Finally, a space pirate. Admirable.
Yes, you technically...
My
the
dreams.
technical definition of pirate is... Oh, what is the technical definition of pirate?
I gotta
that happens in The Martian.
I think I gotta steal stuff.
I think you do need to steal something. Oh, Atalanta's boots.
Oh, I did steal stuff.
Yeah.
I still feel bad about that. I'm wearing them right in front of her.
Wearing stolen things and hurtling through space. Parable. You are a space pirate. And if you're unfamiliar with space in D&D, it's astral plane, astral seas, and then there's a space. They're kind of interchangeable. We'll get into that later, but that's details and much too far ahead. Another person in my life who is spacey, but always
on a wave.
Astrally connected. That is my lovely friend Maya.
Hey, it's Maya. You can call me Maya. Zin is finally a pirate.
Oh, yes. This is totally same thing, totally different vibes.
Yeah. Just what she's always been dreaming of. Okay.
Zin, why do you flinch every time I say spell beer?
I mean, what?
Spell beer.
That's it's just it feels funny in my bones.
Maybe there's a certain amount of power that Zen hasn't quite grasped yet in like taking over what is the ultimate taboo of evil and thievery and well-wishing within your old community of Domi.
She's trying to like already convince herself that this dark power she has is good, and to add piracy to it, I'm like, now I gotta stop Akuma from stealing shit. Damn. She's the work's cut out for her.
Akuma the pirate.
Well, so the thing is, I've never had a life as a pirate. Everything I've had,
Were you a pirate when you were a caterpillar? Or
for a brief time, but not enough to gain experience. But even though Akuma may not be one for the skies and the stars, I know one that is, and that's my lovely wife, Savannah.
Sav here. I can't stop thinking about those early 2000s anti-copyright infringement ads that said, you wouldn't steal a car. They were very anti-piracy. And that's the kind of piracy, Cassie's all about. Intellectual property theft. Except, because she's like, knowledge should be shared. We should all.
You wouldn't keep your knowledge to yourself.
Amen.
At
Sister.
Starwatch, you wouldn't keep your life-changing data to yourself.
You wouldn't download an Armillary. Except I would.
And then share it with everyone.
Yeah.
I feel like Cassie is the one that's like, no, fuck this. Like big finger up to any amount of censorship in the face. Totally. As you now find yourself with the power to literally rewrite your own little world here, you wonder what Starwatch knew the entire time as the world was preparing to crumble apart. Claude, I think he said he knew for almost a year before these events happened and unfolded.
What a guy. Dad of the year.
Dad of the year. There has been very little time to get answers, but you guys have time now.
I will just say, knowledge is free, except for Cassie's song.
yes, you did. You
better not steal my song.
Followed through on that promise from long ago. You will not let anyone steal your friend Cassie's
Did you
song.
steal my friend's song?
And you didn't let them steal her mom's name.
Yes, especially important.
Why?
The 2000s would have loved you. Terrible. Because they did love George,
They did. As they loved all princes of the aughts. Anyways, let's get to
I just got called the Prince of the Arts. I feel
of the aughts.
Of the aughts. That's what cool people call the 2000s.
Cool.
Really?
And now let's get on to a recap, y'all, and back at it. Last time, our heroes embraced their roles as Dominari, defending their newly founded domain of Callum's Crossing against demons of shadow and seeking. Just as Wishbeard was speaking of Eldari, demonic entities that prowl the underastral and well space, the fiendish creatures attacked, piercing the domain barrier and veering straight for the Great Willow. Yet they saw too that the shadow and seeker demons weren't the only threat. A greater Eldari, a true elder evil of a size with the domain itself, had noticed them as well. Its lumbering form shifted and surged toward the domain. Our heroes didn't hesitate. Cassi felt fate upon her as she found herself drawn to a specific chamber within the tree, a chamber with 3 seats. Parable shouted orders to Wishbeard and fell backward, plummeting from within the great tree to without in a single breath. As he fell, Parable released a Tem and gave him power enough to manifest once more, sending Seeker and Shadow demons alike tumbling with a flick of his wrists. First, sending out a shield of flame blasting out from the Great Willow, Zin then communed with the many little things of the domain and sent a plague of insects to swarm and harry another group of demons and brought nature's wrath down upon them. Just as Parable and Zin unleashed outside, Cassi reached the helm, a central chamber with 3 elegant seats grown from the willow itself. Taking her seat, Cassi found herself intuitively connecting to everything the domain touched. Every drop of atmosphere, every leaf, and every enemy that moved to destroy this place. Cassi became stars, assuming starry form for the first time. Humming with power and seeing a chance to literally shift the battlefield, Cassi willed the domain to move. And it did. Putting flower petal to the metal, Cassi sent demons hurtling and gave our heroes a heading to the sliver of star that remains. Shadow demons surged against Parable then, slicing with claws of night and cutting into his mind. Just as he felt this pain, Parable heard Wishbeard's voice upon the wind. "Aye, boy, give us a hand and get this where it needs to go." Wishbeard smashed a cannon-sized bottle and sent out a silver shot of energy right toward him. Twisting as he fell, Parable redirected the blast to decimate a group of demons, propelling the entire domain with the force of the blast. Meanwhile, with Zin and Cassie's guidance, the crew of the Battlebreaker struck with Ballista and Boulder. Through all this, 2 Seeker demons survived the onslaught and veered directly for Cassi, alone within the Great Willow. Gazing into her very thoughts and memories, the Seeker demons stole a secret from Cassie's mind. The essence of Sign's mortal name, Cassie's mother's true name Soraya, spoken in Star Song. Cassi refused to let these creatures take this precious thing that was hers, yet she didn't move. Something told her she wouldn't have to. It was then that the greater Eldari struck with a crashing wave of dark star song, and Cassi slapped it back with its own energies. With just one demon remaining, the one holding her memories, Cassi was proven right. Parable didn't let the Seekers steal Cassi's secret, because no one steals Parable's friend's song. We rejoin our heroes now, just as Callum's crossing shifts to spelljamming speed. The stars that remain in the astral currents around you elongate, and color stretches past you on all sides. Wishbeard says, "Aye, your natural lass. We'll leave the rest of the foul deems behind us. What be our heading?"
Up?
Straight at the star?
For now.
Are we supposed to be going this fast?
We are technically going quite fast, but
Hey, guys, why are my feet flying off the floor?
Oh, Igor, hold on to something. Here, grab this vine, wrap it around your waist. Stay put.
Okay.
You guys are feeling kind of a noticeable tug. It's kind of like a perpetual loss of center of gravity that's slowly settling. Like, spelljamming speed is insane. You are feeling time and space elongate around you as you are just becoming essence, moving at a particle speed faster than anything really comprehensible.
Wow.
When you reach that speed in physics, you get to see more moments of time. So I feel like instead of like passing monuments and architecture and landscapes, we're like through astral space, we're passing through scenes of time playing out at different horizons around us.
I could tell you about time, but first I'll tell you, excellent job with those demons. Lesser Eldari, no matter what. They're a tough cookie to crack, and you all did a great job.
And is this speed fast enough to escape the big one?
Yes, it'll lose its interest in us after just a bit, I'm sure.
All right, my stomach's settling a little bit. Does anybody know why these demons came?
Looks at Akuma.
What are you looking at me? I mean,
I just feel like you have a lot of opinions about them, and maybe you know more than I do.
So demons, kind of lawless, kind of orderless, they all came at us at once in a swarm. That's new.
Oh, new. Okay.
Yeah, so
don't love new.
I mean, yes, the swarm of the Seekers makes sense.
Okay.
The swarm of the Shadows makes sense. Together, no.
Are they not normally friends?
No, I mean, no demons are friends. They all think they're the best. I mean, devils.
I was gonna say, devil's different.
No, I mean, well, I am the best. We know it.
We all know
we don't think
that
it.
Akuma is a devil.
And he's the best.
And I'm the best devil.
He's the best devil, best little guy.
The strongest devil, and that's why Zin is so powerful, because I'm the king of hell.
I give Akuma a scratch.
That's new. King of heck.
And I like scratchies. I'm the king of hell. I'm the king of hell, and I like scratchies.
And he's my smoky little guy. So what? I mean, demons working together. Like, if one were to guess, what type of bad thing would make demons need to work together?
Let's think of it like this. We have the Wizard Wish up there, who is now, I would assume, gone mad god. He's still the owner of the house, and so whoever let those things in, I would imagine it was him.
Well, are you sure they didn't follow you here, Wishbeard?
I guess they might have. It's actually not far off.
Yeah, it was like, you got here, and then like they showed up.
When the DM stays in character and then contemplates the logic.
The thing is, we had two of those bottles, and we had to use the first of them to get through the Violet Domain. That's entirely possible. But
at least you're honest. We don't judge you. Do we want to investigate further though? Like what might have sent the demons here?
The thing is, the barrier is practically disappearing. The violet light, it's gone. It'll be gone shortly. And if anyone wants to give me an Arcana or investigation check, Wishbeard seems to refer to the fact that the violet sliver of star that is left, which seems to represent the Wizard Wish, also his godlike form, is dissipating.
18 Arcana.
14 Arcana.
13 Arcana.
Zin, you know destruction, and it is indeed dissipating at a rate that has been really unobservable. It's more of a feeling that you're able to pick up.
Can you repeat what's dissipating?
The domain that is the violet light around the lands apart.
Big one.
The big one, the greater domain, we shall refer to it.
The one that it seems like the three up above created long, long ago.
Yes, the wizard wish, time, and luck created together, and now only the wizard wish holds alone in godlike form.
So he's either not strong enough to hold back the demons, let the demons in,
or combined with Wishbeard's entry, that puncture through, combined with the weakening of it was enough. But either way, it's weakening, you can tell. Even with that check, you can actually tell that those ones probably got in because of the combination of both, but very soon it won't matter. It'll just be thin enough that any even lesser Eldari will just pew, 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 pew.
Yeah, I think the bigger domain is weakening on its own. Oh, I just don't think Wishbeard made it better.
The greater domain, I just assumed that all these energies we've been hearing about and this all not being real, I assumed that was just the illusion dissipating. That's a barrier?
Yeah, apparently. I mean, Cass got a better look at it. Yeah, seems like her mom and her mom's friends kind of got together and saved the world.
That's generous. A generous read. Wow. So it's losing strength.
I would imagine you guys came to the Helms room, right, to meet Cassi. So you guys are all like 3 seats seated down. I think a Wishbeard's gathered with you, and it's probably just Wishbeard, Raya, and you.
Yeah, I think Parable's just sitting here contemplating the idea of how much we were protected before.
Maybe the greater universe, would we call it?
Aye, the Underverse, lass.
The Underverse.
You got to use the right words these days. I know that you've come to learn of it in your sciences.
Well, now that information has been shared, I can digest it and update my vocabulary. Look at how that works.
Ask the questions, I've got the answers. Just ask away.
Before this domain existed, the bigger one, the greater domain.
Yes.
There had to be some sort of homeostasis.
There was.
When people lived then.
Just as we do with our history, we name our lands after them. Who do you think the gods were before wish, time, and luck? Fortune, fate, and favor. But they fled. Or at least that's what wish, time, and luck said.
You got a lot of whimsical stories up in that noggin.
Lass, I was the one that gave them a ride to their final mission. And their first, if you think about it. But that was a long time ago. I know much. All of it's true. I promised your mother I wouldn't lie. Not to you or her.
But you could lie to me. Sorry.
Yes, 110%, and I just might. Just for the space of it.
Comparable, actually, while Wishbeard's talking, try to recall something that he's once felt or seen in the book about the Underverse or any time before the lands apart.
Yeah, absolutely. Give me a history check or a religion check. I would also take
15 religion check.
A 15, I think, confirms what you've long suspected. Something clicks, you're able to remember some certain fable, or maybe it's just the evidence that has stacked up enough. But even from when Raya said, this world was once Atlas, how do I know this? This world has seen so many breakings. You remember a parable that has to do with a wizard who was known as the Fool, who went through so many turns that he lost count, but the number 9 was always important, and that 9 might be the time that he'd be able to stop repeating. It was a nursery rhyme centered around 9, and again, stacking a multitude of infinitesimally small bits of information from across all the different studies of stories from your time in the book. Well, everything connects. This world has seen many breakings. You know, somewhere deep down, that this world is on its 9th turn. Every iteration was different. Not all of them were great wishings, especially when you look back into the stories. Not all of them are referred to great wishing. That's why the trend is hard to see. Some of them are apocalypses, world's ending. Some of them go by without a blink. But what you know for certain, at some point, some heroes long ago gave the opportunity for consistency between breakings. The wizard Wish, Time, and Luck tried to follow up on that by saving the world, and they failed. This world is on the precipice of what could be something real. The Underverse, often referred to as like the imaginary, a place that does not exist, a place where things exist before existing and never really truly do. Now you know yourself to be in it. Those stories must be from people like literally piercing through the veil, just as you guys have done now, so near the end of the world.
So I'm listening to Wishbeard. I'm fingering through the pages of the good book and noticing that I see an image of a wizard that looks foolish on my page, and I turn a page and it's there again. I turn it very quickly until the pages kind of spiral on their own. It's like a flip book, and I see the wizard fool trip 9 times. And I remember 9 markings at the bottom of the book well and a few other things that call out, and I look up at Wishbeard and say, if this has happened so many times before, and we're ready to go and battle the last one's responsible, or the one left, of who made our world the way it did. Are we meant to be the glue? Are we meant to hold it together one more time?
All I know is that those 3 that tried, they failed. I know that Soraya, she hoped that you, looks at Cassi, could be braver, could be better. With the friend that I see that you have by your side, I damn well believe you might be. I can tell you right now that time and Wish were no allies like these.
I turn to the group and I say, from everything that I read, it's just chaos and energy below the layer that exists. And I've never read anything that articulated outside of just a story. But I do remember a tale of a wizard falling 9 times. I believe we're the 9th turn. I don't know what that means, but as we go on this journey, it's nice to know that we're not the first to try. It feels like we're not alone.
Or we're just as dumb as the rest of them.
I know. I've thought about that too.
I'm torn.
To be braver than your mom, do we attempt to get to the real world?
Yeah. It doesn't seem like it makes it right, but is it selfish to not want to die?
Can we take others with us? There's so many questions, and I just want to be a pirate.
I just know that just saving the world to pacify the evils until they can break through again and some other person has to decide, that feels cheap.
Yeah, I guess.
We can't do that. Again and again and again and again. It's crazy making.
How do we break the cycle this time?
You know I love breaking cycles. I don't know. I think I need to take a walk. And Zinna's gonna get up and like, come on, Akuma. And she's gonna.
Oh, okay. Well,
that was so real.
You don't really have a choice, Akuma.
Yeah, I was gonna say you don't really have to say, "Come on, I'm literally right here."
Yeah, but I wanted the camaraderie.
Okay.
He like stays behind a
He's
little bit.
pretending to walk.
Yeah.
He was like in your collarbone spot, so he kind of like comes up a little bit out of your shoulder and like bobs his head behind you in the corner of your eye, so you can feel like he's coming with you, like storming off with you.
Yeah, boy. And Zinna's gonna like, I think really just walk into the hallway and like just kind of get to a dark corner somewhere and just lean against the wall and like slide down it. Kind of that whole like,
yeah.
Give me a perception check.
17.
It is the same exact shape and form as the hallway that you so often, after entering or exiting the 2 wells back at home, the Rabbit's Foot specifically within the Warrens, you would find that spot, and you slid down it so many times that it had worn a groove. You look at the wall above you, and those grooves are there still.
Stop.
You get a good deep breath.
You're just gonna start kind of just talking out loud, but mostly at Akuma, to say like, you know, I know what I came from, or where I thought I came from, and now I'm here. And there's devils here, but no demons. And who's deciding all of these things anyways? And who decides to have the light and who decides to have the dark and who decides that they get all the power and that everyone else doesn't? And it doesn't make any sense. Wakuma, it doesn't make any sense. And I think she's just going to like, with that frustration, channel and contact Patron.
Oh my God. Holy shit.
Knowing like Zin wants to know where she comes from. She knows where she was raised. She wants to know where she comes from.
Oh my God.
Did you prep for that? Did you prep for that?
Wow. Zin, as you contact your patron, what does that look like apart from throwing out these words in the ramble that you do? What energy comes out from you? Is there any sort of magical component that maybe unbeknownst to Zin is happening?
She's like probably pinky promising, just like pinky promise. And like a smoky kind of energy happens between her hands that she can then like when she parts her hands, there's like a pool of shadow between them.
Yeah.
And I think she just puts her head into it. Just like, and just stuffs her head into it.
You see this pool start to form, and then as you bring your head close to it, even with the decision to go in, unbeknownst to Zin, part of the, especially with the pinky, every pinky hold formed a smoky chain link that rose above Zin's head. And as the chain links form, they grab right around Zin's neck and
pull her in.
Not just your face, your whole body is pulled in and
Hey, has anybody seen Zin?
I think she just stepped out for some air.
All right, well, I got a bad feeling.
You find yourself plummeting until, with a yank and a giant rattle, your arm is nearly pulled out of the joint of your socket as the chain that was around the back of your neck is somehow wrapped fully around your arm and is the only thing to stop you from a fall. That as you look below you, you see a city of brass, and above it, a massive network of chains, the entire city burning. Within those chains, also burning and molten and dripping with flame, you see an angel, spread-winged but horned. Akuma says, "Oh no, Zariel."
What? Ariel? Where are we? What is happening? There was smoke and I put my head into it. Now I'm here.
Usually, why did you do that?
I don't know. I didn't try to do that.
I'm your...
I know you're my patron. You're my smoky little guy.
Okay, I'm
What's
not.
this? What's this? What's all this? I'm kind of hanging here.
Yeah.
Don't leave me hanging.
So you see Akuma beginning to start to dissipate already. He says, I kind of snuck out for a joyride.
Akuma!
You see the angel down beneath you take a deep breath, and Akuma is sucked in as he returns to smoke, and suddenly there is a dragon that sits next to Zariel, and you feel within your mind and the dragon say,
I told you, once a life has a dragon, you can still remember how to do the thing, but technically a devil, assistant to an archdevil.
An archdevil?
Yes, Zariel has just been making direct eyes at you. Part of the chains is a mask that comes as a muzzle and locks her in place as she is pulled, drawn and quartered by wingtip and arm and leg as a barrier above the city. She stares at you. Give me an insight roll.
17.
17 gets you the fact that she's angry, not at you, but about everything. The 17 is just enough to let you know that it's not personal, especially for Zin.
Did I do this? Did I somehow do this to you?
Akuma says,
No, she cannot speak, so I speak for her.
You're a dragon?
She has been long without a voice, and I have been it for many millennia.
So you took a little joyride.
Yes.
Found me, took another little joyride, and now we're back.
Correct.
So what am I supposed to do, Akuma?
Assume your place in hell.
Whoa, that's aggressive.
I don't know how many grades, but meet your grandma. She does not want me to say that.
Zariel?
Sorry, your ancestor. Sorry, the goodest of goods, but also the baddest of bad. Zariel.
When he says goodest of good, she just drills her eyes through him what do you mean by that?
Zariel began the blood war.
That doesn't sound very good.
Well, she meant her best.
So
she changed everything with the blood war.
She
connected the abyss and the 9 hells. It runs through the underverse. This is how I escaped. In the bridge of beckoning. This is of Zariel's creation. It began a war between devils and demons like none have ever seen.
Oh, that explains the devil-demon stuff.
Zariel was once an angel. She did not believe that the heavens were doing enough to stop the war with the 9 hells. She was right, but Zariel rattles the chains, you hear. She doesn't like it when I say it, but she was wrong in the way she went about it, bringing mortals to the Nine Hells to fight a war because the Celestials did not support her. These are the problems of the real material plane. Gods and factions and planes and armies. They are not problems for heroes such as you. Change as you might be, she will burn you alive if you are to look away.
Since just like, hey, just like, I'm not gonna, you and me, girl. It's just you and me here. Not looking away, not dying today.
What is Zen feeling as Akuma tells you this lore of an angel who wanted to do the best good, but more than anything stirred up hell and the abyss so much so that they're kind of spilling out upon other planes now? She changed everything.
Yeah, she did. She did. There's a lesson in there somewhere. Don't know if Zen's gonna get it, but honestly, what Zen would be feeling is validation.
Ah, interesting. Tell me why.
That she sensed that there was something off, and there was something off. And now but Zariel was good. But she was good.
Yes, and then corrupted by an infernal power that she yet still tries to yield well. But we're here now, thanks to you. Why are we here?
That still is unclear to me. I was kind of frustrated there for a moment. I was like, where did I come from? What is all the meaning of all this? And then I think I summoned great ancestor.
We're in the Underverse. You shouldn't.
How? Yeah.
The Bridge of Beckoning. Okay, so
the Bridge of Beckoning. So
you got out the same way I got in.
Got in the same way you got out?
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, still buddies. You're scaly now, though, scaly little guy.
A long, smoky dragon tail.
Scaly little guy. High fives. So this bridge, is that where the demons are coming from?
Yes.
Is there something to be done about said bridge? Could I...
How about you read off contact patron before I go any further?
Contact other plane. You mentally contact a demigod, the spirit or of a long dead sage or some other knowledgeable entity from another plane. Contacting this otherworldly intelligence can break your mind, and when you cast a spell, make a DC 15 intelligence saving throw. And because I'm using the long rest version of the spell, I automatically save on that.
Killer.
Because I save, I can ask the entity up to 5 questions. The DM can only answer with one-word answers such as yes, no, maybe, never, irrelevant, or unclear. And it does say if one-word answers would be misleading, the DM might instead offer a short phrase as an answer.
Awesome. So your first question was, can we do anything about the Bridge of Beckoning?
Yes.
Zariel shakes the chains, and you hear the chains somehow scream the word upon your ears. No. It is an unfixable problem. It is a problem that even the gods can't address.
Oh, okay. Maybe like 1 shake for yes, 2 shakes for no. We don't have to do the whole screaming in my head thing.
Okay.
That's maybe a little aggressive.
Yes. Sorry, she's been without me. She's had to learn to adapt. It seems.
I mean, and I've never talked to a god before.
Zariel, I could just say it. No, you're gonna shake the chains. Okay. She wants to shake the chains.
Let her have her voice. Should I release you?
The chains shake once for yes, but Akuma says at the same time,
impossible. She's been locked for millennia, breaking these chains, wrapped by the King of the Nine Hells himself. I'm not the King of the Nine Hells. I'm sorry. Again, sorry for lying.
Akuma, look at me.
Yeah.
There's fire burning up from your feet. You're hanging by an arm. There's an angel of death in
She's
front
like,
of you.
fuck it.
Akuma, look at me.
Look at me,
Look
buddy.
at me, honey.
Look at me.
Sugar pie.
How are you feeling?
The thing is,
a chain of smoke appears from Zariel to Akuma and grabs Akuma's neck and yanks him in a way that drags him off kilter, and he says,
I think keep going with your questions.
Yeah, okay. Can Akuma leave with me?
A big shake for yes.
Okay, that's good. What do I do? I know that's not a yes or no question. Really, I've just been trying to find the answer to this for years. I just don't really understand. Like, if I can't even answer it, why would you be able to answer it? Oh, okay, I'm listening. Sorry.
Change.
That's very profound.
Still hanging in this fucking chain.
And also so vague.
It's so vague. Changed. I mean, I have changed. I've made friends. I'm very powerful when I'm around those friends. I have Akuma, and Akuma's not only for bad, but he's also for good. What? Change more?
Does that change more with the question?
Wait, no, I take that back. Scratch it. Do we fight the gods?
You hear the chains rattle once for yes, and give me an insight roll as the flames flare up around Zariel.
24.
24 is enough to hear within the roar of the flames that rise up with the chains rattling. The flames speak of fight fire with fire. And in this context, it's the concept of kill the gods with the gods. And with that roll, because it's so high, you even get the distinguishing feature of kill the new with the old. Kill the new gods with the old gods. You have no idea what that can mean for now, as you are pulled up by a painful smoky chain that wraps around you, and then suddenly from down below you see Akuma break from the chain that holds him and rise with unearthly power. The further and further he gets from Zariel, the smaller and smaller he gets as he loses his power and his connection to her. But she doesn't stop him. She doesn't suck him back in. And finally, he touches you just as you get to the top of this weird portal that you created. You fly up about 5 feet up in this hallway and then land just where you were, sliding back against the wall.
Has anyone seen Zin?
You just hear the whole hallway just rattles. I think she's like, before going through the portal, had grabbed onto Akuma and like has him in her, like her hands like clasped. And she closes her eyes and is like, please be here, please be here, please be here. And like opens her hands to see if Akuma's with her.
And we will cut there as cutting back. Parable and Cassie, what do you guys think you were up to during this time? I'm going to say that it took a bit, as if Zin went for a walk.
Cassie took a moment to thank Parable for defending the honor of Soraya's name.
Oh.
George is like, no, you gotta actually say it.
Let me hear it out of your mouth.
Thanks, Parable.
Well, I just couldn't let anybody take something from you that special.
I think it belongs to all of us now. I don't know. Doesn't feel like it's just mine anymore. Feels bigger than that.
Songs feel that way, I think, sometimes.
Yeah.
I think that's the way that Sign wanted it. And as Raya sings, she makes Star Song, which isn't always audible. I think audible for Parable. And Parable, when in the heights of battle, you feel your song more than anything. But when Cassie or Raya shares it, it becomes this very tangible and real thing. You just feel the connection between the secret that you saved and this beautiful name song that Raya shares with you of the goddess.
Yeah, songs always have felt like something I can hold, like a gift. And when someone takes the words of a song and makes it their own, it's more than stealing. It's taking someone else's story and not knowing why. And I remember a lullaby my mother used to sing, and the reason I left way back when from the well, I remembered that Count Chance had stolen that lullaby from my mother. I don't know why, but I feel the same amount of protection with you and Zin. And I just hope the Star Song that you have stays yours.
Thank you.
Parable, that lullaby that Count Chance took from your mother, does Parable remember it fully these days, or is it just on the edge of hearing?
He remembers the way Count Chance sang it.
That's tough.
And he fights every day to forget that. And I think he remembers the tone of his mother's voice and a few lyrics that he knew that the Count didn't sing right. There were little things that cued him in. But when he remembers the song, I think he does. If he tried to sing it, he would be able to, I think, in a moment.
That moment's not right now.
It was a night like this, of morning bliss. We walked down through the misty mist. I carried your head upon my nape, and as you dreamt, I let you escape to a dream of many, a dream of few, where the luck, time, and wish were all we knew.
Give me a religion check with advantage and fuck right off.
That's insane.
Insane, dude. I have chills.
19 on the die for a religion check. That's a 23.
Damn. Okay. Feel free to shape this however you want. But so combined with this, I imagine this is the lullaby that you finally in this moment hear your mother's voice. But along with that comes this tumbling. You didn't read that book in the book well with Count Chance. It was read to you before you could even speak words. 1,001 books read to you in a voice that you'd forgotten and you remember now. Many of those have to do with the ship. Many of them have to do with a place to escape to, should it come time for danger. Many of them speak of a mast and how one might, in the Marae culture, very commonly hollow out the center of it, ever so slightly configure them cleverly so that that inner compartment within the mast could be hidden. It's as if your mother tells you this herself in your memory. You just have a feeling that the answer to the problem that lay before you, the X on the map, might be back in a mast somewhere in Two Wells, where your shop of curiosity is and your broken shipwreck. That mast might hold an answer. You don't know what kind of answer, but an answer.
I think the good book falls on its own from my satchel, flips open with a dotted line and an X to Two Wells, like a little pirate map.
You see the ship like in perfect halves, drawn with even like the little bit of eddy of sand that you dropped into town with that has since been blown away.
Parable is going to hold his lamp and press his hand to the book and just close his eyes, and I think I'll leave that secret for the next curious person.
Interesting. Okay.
Do I get the sense, can I roll to see if there's any way to explore that without taking the entire tree there?
Yeah, give me an insight check.
It's a 19.
Yes, you totally could. A number of things that could be done. Zin has told you stories of her dad, the warden. You have also been told by Atalanta that Chance made her a warden, or at least she used the same word. You pick up on this idea that Dominari, although they're tied to their domains, might be able to elect proxies that serve in their stead. So it might be possible for you guys to make a quick escape out like via Wishbeard's ship. Spelljamming is spelljamming. So like the speeds all kind of equal intent. So even directionally, if you are to leave, you would be able to get back. It's just a matter of travel. So you have ships, you have dragons, you have a number of different ways to travel.
Oh, man.
You could also write to Mojo and, work through remote resources and actually have them investigate rather than yourself. You got friends in the Two Wells, obviously.
You got hoes in different area codes.
Yeah. I'm very inclined as Parable in character to leave the secret, but I as a player really want to know. So I'm torn. Can I ask the table?
If it helps us fight the god, we should gather info.
The insight for the secret, do I get a sense that it's a secret about me or something that's part of our future?
It's a secret about the thing that you are actively trying to do, which is you are headed towards the star to fight the wizard wish.
Okay. Yeah.
We're trying to fight a guide. This is not the time to keep secrets.
I just didn't want to take Parable on a daytime cruise off to nostalgia land.
No. That sounds like... We were over here like this. Call Mojo. Hello?
Yeah.
Beep, 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 beep.
Yeah, I do want to pen Mojo, but before I do, as Parable puts his hand on the book and says, I think I'll leave this for the next curious person, I think he gets a physical paper cut from the book.
Damn.
I think the book...
Well, you had your hand on a tem too.
And I look down and I barely see the page go down. I can't really tell if it moved.
A drop of blood lands from your finger onto the X on the map and it's, oh God, I gotta go. Damn.
Zin's still out of the room, right? Cass, would you mind if I went somewhere quick?
Do you feel Like you need to go somewhere quick?
I think I can be back. I think I do need to go.
Are you being called?
Against my will.
Do you need help?
I don't think so.
Will you be safe?
I'll try.
Would you like a tea for the road?
You know I do.
Insert tea sounds.
I do turn the Wishbeard and say, I know I'm a new pirate, but could I borrow your ship?
Lad, I never thought you'd ask.
Cool. Yeah, Parable's gonna just turn around and walk towards the helm of Wishbeard's ship like he knows what he's doing. Because of the stories, because of the passionate one, he just knows exactly what to do.
He's read the user's manual so many times.
Actually, I do think he walks on board and he says, all right, men, man the lines to the sheets and get to the port in the stern. We need to get this boat on the move.
Mr. Ruse looks up and says,
Aye, Captain. What?
Captain P.
Or pirate.
Or pirate. No, Captain PP for Pirate Parable.
All right, you heard the little man crew. Let's get this ship on the move. Port to stern, get moving.
As Mr. Fexler Ruse gets the crew moving, and Wishbeard says,
Aye, lad, I thought I'd have to teach you a thing or two, but the winds seem to be beneath your wings already.
I breathe it. It's always been part of me, but I do want to say that I've learned a lot just meeting you. Thank you for showing up when you did.
Well, I've lived my life like water and stone, just bit by bit at a time and flowing when I need to.
Let's go be pirates.
Let's go be pirates. I'm excited to ride with a twin blood such as yourself. Flame and wind is no mix and match to underestimate. I'm glad to have you at my side.
I am Jin, but I won't need the elements to steal what we're stealing. We just need to get where we're going, and everything else will work out.
Well, luckily, this ship can't just spell jam. It can wish jam.
I don't know what that is, as I just made that sound effective, but as you board the bottle breaker, Wishbeard prepares to do something called wish jamming. As you get the crew ready, which does matter, the sails catch the essence of vital aura that is present within the domain and kind of whip up it like a parachute. If they weren't in position for what Wishbeard is about to do, it would be bad. But as soon as they are, you see him go down into like a room just off the side of the helm, down some stairs, and you can see just kind of the light emanating of, you see the light of the energy that you let off, the light of the energy that Zin lets off, and then as those two energies sort of collide, the void of energy and balance that Cass kind of puts out at all times balances. And you see, just as Wishbeard shuts the door, like a humming nexus of like quantum looking energy, you feel the ship lose friction. There's no acceleration. It's just suddenly going. The only thing that prevents you all from being splattered because of physics breaking in this moment is the core itself that extends outward. And you feel like this wave pass through you that at the moment of ignition freezes time. And everyone is in stasis for just that fraction of a second. And then it feels like a flash of hot, flash of cold, and then solid.
Yeah, I think Parable wouldn't follow him. He'd stay up on deck by the helm, but I'm imagining, like in the old wood ships, there's a grate on top into the hold. And so I'm imagining just peering through that grate and seeing the door creak open and all these energies collide just out of the corner of my eye, that glow that felt familiar. But I think Parable's focused on the experience. I think he's just looking around, watching the boat and like feeling the most himself he ever has felt.
Fan-fucking-tastic.
Cast off, men!
Existence stretching on all sides. You will be at the Two Wells much more quickly due to the way that Wishbeard has just taken off. But we will cut there and cut back to Cassi. Cassi, what do you do as Parable says, I gotta do a secret thing, and heads out?
I want to emphasize that Cassi is terrifically worried, but also recognizes the strangeness of the situation in that all three of these people and all of their friends are being, it feels like, drawn by greater forces at play to just do things that never made sense and will never make sense. And we just sort of have to follow those feelings. So she's worried about Parable and worried about Zin. Where is that girl? But is also sort of just embracing that she could never have expected any of this to turn out this way, and it's going to continue being that way for a long time.
Yeah, the unexpected is going to be the norm for quite a while, it seems.
As she watches Parable go, I imagine, is she seeing the ship leave the domain?
Yes, and as you do so, you do feel a presence at your side, as you often do, because your father is hesitant to say hello.
Stage 5 Clinger.
You see Volano at his side as well.
Stage 6 Clinger. Sorry. What's he saying?
He's waiting for you to notice him.
I think he startles me probably. I'm caught up in watching Parable go and then suddenly wondering where Zin is. Oh, it's been a minute. And maybe I turn around and say, oh, hi, can I help you with something?
Hi, Volano kind of hits him in the back and he says, so the thing about being a coward is that first you have to realize it. Claude looks at Volano and says, I'm the master. I'm the master sage here. You're the... Volano says, the thing about being a coward is that you have to realize it. Claude looks back at Cassi. I have been afraid of losing you and the woman who came into my life so long ago, but what seems like so short, for the entire time that I've known you to be. Oh, I'm getting awkward. I love you, Cassi, and I've done so many things wrong. My energy, this feels all woo-woo to say this, but my energy feels like I've put it in the wrong places.
I get it. My whole life I grew up without Mom. And then everything changed when I found out that she is sort of here and around. And I don't know if I've made a single right decision since. I don't know if I've done anything right since. I turned my whole life upside down, so I can only imagine that you having a whole life with her and then suddenly having to live without her. I don't know that I would have made any good decisions either.
It was hard, but there's no excuse for...
No.
The answer was in front of me the whole time. It was you, Cassi. There was pain, but I should have looked past that.
Yeah.
Instead of squirreling myself away in my studies.
Life got a whole lot better when I was forced to stop squirreling myself away in my studies. I didn't think I was cut out to be a wish hunter. I was on like day 2 out of my lab and I was like, what have I done? I put all my friends in danger, all my new friends in danger. And then I just realized there was a lot more to life than marinating in the memories of the past.
Yeah, I suppose you have a point. I tried to prove that your mother was it's silly. I built a device.
The armillary.
Well, the armillary has been in works for a long time, but I built something that I call the telescopic transporter. Telescopic teleporter, telescoping teleporter. Well, it doesn't telescope.
We can workshop a name later.
It's
actually pretty good at that. Maybe we could brainstorm.
It connects to the grand armillary and...
Like Bluetooth?
A lot of very thick wires and cables, actually. I electrocuted myself several times setting it up.
Cassie smirks a little.
But he goes on to say that this telescopic transporter is something that he built to go to your mother if I ever found her in the sky. But I never did.
You never found her?
No. I assumed she was out there somewhere. I mean, she always loved the sky and the stars, and I suppose now that they're all fake, I guess maybe she knew the trick all along. Maybe she had another life, a different world.
I'm sure she had a good reason. How did this device work?
Well, the Grand Armillary, as you know, maps out the entire universe, and it simply zeroes in on a piece of it.
And sends you there?
It transports your in essence, yes, as Volano kicks him in the back as he starts getting into the math of
details.
it. Yeah.
Did you ever use it successfully to get anywhere?
Just once. He tells you of a time that he knocked at your door for a while before leaving and having to fly all the way back to Starwatch.
I didn't know it was you, if that makes you feel any better. I didn't really answer the door for anyone.
I heard around town that was the case.
I was pretty depressed because I had a sort of like a flop of a father,
Depressed? Flop of a... Was that a joke? Was that You're kind of smiling a little bit. Was that a joke?
All right.
At my expense? Not with me. That's fine. I'll take it though.
All right.
Huh?
You can take it.
Smiles so big and like turns away so Cassie doesn't get pissed off.
I'm an adult now and I will mourn a childhood without a father.
Oh,
but
okay.
I could warm up to embracing an adulthood with a dad I can call an asshole.
Hated the first thing you said, kind of liked the second thing you said. Okay, yes, sure. Anyways, let me tell you more about it. Give me an arcana if you would like to understand what he's telling you about this device he created.
28 arcana.
Oh, you could build it better than he could. The way that he has constructed it has a 1% chance, which in science is actually kind of a lot for a thing that causes death. 1% of the time, it could dismantle you, especially if you're a spellcaster, by like pulling at your arcane signature enough to that it like can't decide where to be. But other than that, it's pretty awesome work. The way it works is that it centers in on a general area and then finds a safe location within that. So he's got a little bit of science with a touch of magic to give it the extra preciseness. It's kind of like quantum in the way that like you're working with soft probabilities, but still expecting to find a decently not solid, but probable answer.
Yeah.
You could use this to travel to the star. With that check, you know for certain that you could use this as a backdoor way to go confront the Wizard Wish.
How long would it take on the ship if we didn't use that?
If you didn't use that, probably about 2 days, which is like...
I feel like with how fast things have been falling apart, 2 days is a long time.
To get to Starwatch Tower would be more of a day trip. It makes sense if you were to want to confront the Wizard Wish as a trio rather than with the entire crew.
Is there a benefit?
I think the benefit is sort of the opportunity of surprise rather than a ship coasting its way or a domain, full chunk of island approaching an entity. Is that sort of what I'm picking up on?
That is what I would say is the benefit.
You called it a backdoor.
Yes, very much so.
How do we get back?
It's an instant appearance.
Who would stay behind to man the domain if we took this?
I think with that Arcana check, you're able to put together that Parable also earlier was able to put together the idea of like warden and proxies and the fact that you could leave any number of individuals that you've come to keep here. Savandria, Raya.
There's a time limit on that?
There's no time limit on that, but should they die or should you die,
the domain would be at risk.
The domain would start crumbling, which is what it sounds like is happening to Domi.
Okay.
I do think I put my hand on Igor's shoulder then as I'm leaving for the ship and designate him as my proxy.
Cute.
That is a very good note as you designate Igor and feel this connection that shifts from the core of you to the core of him and binds more strongly to the tree.
I think he passes Igor and says, "Take care of the place while I'm gone. I have something to do, Igor." And Igor like feels the energy shift. He goes, "Oh my God, okay. Oh, okay. Okay, what just happened?" Parable's just walking away. What just happened?
You're reminded of the day that you stepped over a domain boundary and felt wish energy rampant course through you. But we cut back to Cassie in this moment. Do you also consider leaving or otherwise putting together a plan?
I do. I think I step out into the hallway where I saw Zin leave earlier and see if she's there.
That's the moment. I think you come around the corner right as Zin's like lifting herself off the ground. Akuma, breathless, in your hand. So, do you think we can kill the gods?
You know, I think once we talk to the others, they might have some better ideas of how to do so, but
Zin?
Cassie, hey.
Oh, Zin.
Hi, nothing. No, I'm not dressed.
Zin.
I'm dressed.
Okay, hold on. Akuma. Shh.
I'm not dressed.
Here,
I'll close my eyes.
Get back in.
I have to catch you up. Parable left. It's okay. I know. That's scary. He took Wishbeard's ship.
Okay.
He's going to find his ship. There's a hidden clue. I don't know. He left.
Okay.
It's scary. He'll be back, I'm sure. I think he'll be safe.
No, he'll be fine.
We have a decision to make. I think, how do you feel about us turning the domain around to go get a device that my dad built that he thinks can help get us to the big guys in the sky really quick?
Oh, wowee. So I also just came back from somewhere.
Yeah, you're sweaty.
I'm really sweaty.
Are you okay?
Yeah.
I need the spark notes.
Yeah, okay. Spark notes are,
Whoa.
Yeah, same.
Bridge between the hells and the underverse.
The hells,
9 of them to be exact. Yeah. Which now is reminding me, maybe Parable said something about 9 things earlier. I don't know.
Yeah, 9.
Numbers are starting to correlate in my brain. But there's a bridge between the hells and the under astral. And I think that's where the demons are getting through. And, you know, my angel ancestor
that's new,
is protected. So she's, well, we can get into that later over tea. There is a way to kill the gods. I asked her very nicely and she screamed in my ear.
Oh, you hate that.
Yeah. That we need to use the old to kill the new.
Use the old to kill the new.
Use the old to kill the new. And I'm not back.
Use the old to kill the new. Okay.
Cassie, give me an insight check. You can do so with advantage, I think.
25.
25 is way more than enough. You can tell me how you put this together a little bit because I'd be curious. But it's something about how Parable said, I'm going to find like this thing. Because Parable got it from feeling, from this idea that the problem that you are all facing right now is one of such immense proportions, you will need something. And the answer sprang to his mind. It's in 2 wells. It's a secret. I don't know what he might have shared, but it clicks to be related with killing the old with the new.
That also feels like a secret.
And it's too perfectly timed. You feel the universe's song harmonized there, as those 2 truths are the same. To kill the old with the new is what Parable is going. He's not going to do that exactly, but he's going to find
something
the means.
That's going to let us do that.
Exactly. You do, I think, see Akuma like a phoenix. He's risen from the ashes and is quite a smaller form like when he said, I'm undressed.
He's smaller.
Yes, he's kind of back to Wushu size. And you realize that he's grown. Like having a cat or a puppy, and it's just like with every week of growth, you don't truly realize how quickly it happens.
Yeah.
Akuma like had gained something from this adventure, although short. It has also been long for both of you. And he lost it as he perhaps gave strength back to Zariel. Perhaps it was a kindness to her, something that Akuma had like stored up like a kid with allowance, and it's disappeared.
Zena's going to look down at her arm where like the chain was wrapped around. Is there any marking or any evidence that the chain was there?
The arm feels heavier, and I would imagine that you have some clothing there. And as you roll up the sleeve, you see, do you think brand or tattoo?
Brand. Hot chain.
Hot chain, as that chain is still with you now, as you feel like you could get back there, which is weird to feel like you, knowing the directions home, you feel like you could get back to where you just were. And that must be a frightening feeling, to understand the way to hell.
Ingzen's like, bridge. I'm the bridge. Akuma, you know, you look great. And maybe the more days you spend away from Zariel, the bigger you'll get. And in the meantime, here. And she's going to reach out her hand and like, I don't know, like beckon him with her energy to try to like, instead of taking him into her collarbone or her horn, like try to be like, this is the door, this is the bridge. Like here, maybe connecting him to this could like make him bigger.
As you connect him back to this, like you act as a bridge to hell.
His cast just walked in.
Give me an Arcana check.
22.
22 is enough to slow the gates opening as the problem is being pulled back, which is almost what happens as Akuma almost greedily, despite himself, gorges upon the energy of that chain as he kind of siphons back a little bit of what Zariel took. And you have to stop him before you feel another portal open up beneath your feet that ties to the chain. But as you almost like I think you lose footing for a second as you have to step aside.
Yeah.
Realizing that with every swallow of Akuma, little drops of smoke hit the ground and hiss, and shadow forms into a portal beneath his feet.
Ingzen's like, oh, pinky promise, pinky promise. I am the cork. You've done this before and you can do it again. It's just hell.
Okay. I feel better. Yeah. I mean,
we got this. I'll keep a rein on you like I always do. Yeah. And you'll be my smoky little guy like you always are. And everything's going to be fine.
Totally.
Okay. So Cass.
Totally fine. Sure.
Real quick question. We know how to kill the gods.
Okay.
Well,
Sure.
You know, with the old and the new. So we have that answer, and we have Parable going for something
clear as dirt.
And you have like a taxi to get there?
Sounds like it. Beep, beep. Like a portal, sort of. It would teleport, a couple of us at once. My dad, he said it was like a back door. I feel like it would give us the element of surprise, more so than like limbering up with a big fucking island of rock. Like, knock, knock, hello, we're here. It would be like, zoop.
And what if then our domain is like a distraction for like when we go in the back end and we're like, whoa, boo, you didn't expect this? Old gods, die. Okay, I think that makes sense.
We've got the semblance of a plan.
Well, I mean, can we message? Is there any way we can tell Parable? Because if we change our course, right?
You guys hear?
Oh, I miss that little idiot.
You guys hear a little?
You left Brick?
There's a little note on the dashboard next to the helm, and I left Brick there. And it says, "If you need me, press this."
I'm with it. I'm down. Yeah.
It just what?
Okay,
tickles your butt from far away, like
just a little.
No, I have in my good book. It will make a map.
He's microchipped.
It'll make a map for a split second and show me where you guys are on it.
Find my phase.
I do think that you guys, if you need to have, like, you could probably sort out some method of communication. Okay. Did you take the telepathic feat?
Yes, didn't you?
Yeah, I did. One sec. Yes, I did.
I also have my willow sickle that I can cast message, but I think the message only goes so far, so I think he's probably out of range for that.
Tell me about the willow sickle one more time.
Well, the willow sickle itself is a weapon. When the weapon's on my person, I understand the non-written communication of all Fae, and they understand yours. Secret message. As a magic action, you can use the weapon to cast message. Once this property is used, it can't be used again until the next dawn.
Cool. Nice. And message, I believe.
I think we flavored it with like witch willow and communicating through the trees. And I mean, like, did create a giant HQ willow.
Yes, 110%. Message, although it is a cantrip that requires you to point at a creature, I think in this case would allow you to at least send like a 2 or 3 phrase message to the two wells.
Yes, like
willow to willow.
I think I'd say like Parable incoming, HQ change of direction, headed to Starwatch Tower.
Then returning to course?
Yes. Detour to Starwatch, then back to course. Be safe. XOXO.
Beautiful.
WH3. Beautiful. Or like, please share with Parable or something of like pass along.
Awesome. Having prepared the two wells, I don't think that they're able to respond in this way, but you have definitely, I think, sent that message and you can feel the receipt.
Cool.
With your telepathic feat, Cassie, tell me about that.
Yeah, my telepathic utterance really only reaches within 60 feet of myself. So
you are a Dominari. Give me an Arcana check. We will say DC 20, but you can do so with advantage.
Rules don't apply to
First roll, 29.
Oh, fuck off.
It's my highest.
Okay.
29.
I was like, second roll, 35.
Damn. With the 29, I think you establish a more permanent connection.
Oh, it's about damn time.
It requires Brick, but you somehow use Brick like a tuning fork and resonate with him and send your song out far. There's a little bit of a delay that you have to deal with, but it's not insane. And Parable, you hear as if through cosmic static.
We're taking a detour. Be safe.
Cass?
Yes.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Where are you going?
Yes.
Where are you going?
Starwatch. My dad has a thing.
Oh, okay. Do you want me to meet you there?
Yes, probably. We'll keep you updated though in case we're very efficient. And we'll return magic horse.
Thank you for speaking this way so I don't have to edit it at all. This will be perfect.
Yeah, I think Parable initially thinks it's the wind, and he turns to Wishbeard. It's like, you ever hear voices on the wind? Wait, that's Cass.
It is me.
I do love that it's kind of sing-songy, that to the point where Cassie has to like...
Did you find it yet?
Do I have to... Should I be singing back?
Aye, lad, what are you doing?
Sorry, I'm having a conversation with my friend.
No.
What?
It's like whales.
I'm going to where my blood told me to go.
Godspeed.
I hope not.
Don't get a...
Splinter. As you hear the echoes of Star Song fade.
Telepathic slow-mo echoing like whale talk.
We need to find his son.
Cassie ends in as the echoes fade and we cut away from Parable on the deck. Do you take any method of travel away from the domain, electing proxies and wardens of your own, or do you just head this landmass straight towards Starwatch? Again, domain to domain, you can expect there might be a clash, especially if they are not excited to be a part of one another.
This is true. I'm also thinking
Starwatch will see you coming.
Starwatch will see us coming, and potentially Wish will see the course correct? ? If he's like
keeping an eye.
Yeah.
Smart.
So we could ride dragon.
We could.
Take Brick with you.
Got it. Yep. So I think.
You're welcome, Cassie. Such good radio.
Can the dragons possibly move at a speed anywhere near what the domain can? Because part of me is also thinking maybe we go most of the way there with the domain. I mean, this thing is hurling through the stars, right?
Yes.
Can anything get close to that?
As you consider it, perhaps you stumble in upon Savannah, Gloom, and Glimmer all taking care of the living wishlings who flit around so fast around the room as if they move like at the speed of light. But still, these wish dragons corral them, moving faster than you guys ever really saw them move at the speed. Savannah never had the need to do what she does really well, which is wish step, essentially. She, when surrounded in
Like toothless.
she essentially can do the natural version of what Wishbeard did with the ship, which is Wish Jam, which is instantaneous travel versus very, very fast, incomprehensible travel.
Why don't we just use her
To get to
the wish?
You could. It will be one use and then she's not coming back.
Oh, we don't want to do that. Never mind. We're walking it back.
Yeah, she's got a family that she cares about, and so like
you're right.
It's a
That was
once,
selfish
it's a
of me.
once per day thing. She could definitely get you to a different domain,
but not back.
Well, she could probably hold her own for a day.
From Starwatch.
Starwatch.
Yes, she could hold her own for a day with the little dweebs at Starwatch, but she could put you right in their courtyard.
I mean, how big are Gloom and Glimmer now?
Gloom and Glimmer, I have them stat block wise as adult dragons, which stat block wise, I don't have the wish step ability on.
She's
their
going to
stat
be the
blocks
best,
quite yet.
most efficient option.
Yes,
I think.
so I think Safandra's the only one that's able to do it so expertly.
And we're going stealth, I think, for this. So I think having less
All right,
is more.
Igor and Esther are hanging out with Gloom and Glimmer and they're flying around.
Yeah, yeah. Taking care of the little wishies.
Yeah.
All right, Zen, do you want to come with?
Yes, but we're gonna need new clothes because Dragon Radin gave me a rash.
I know where we can get just the robes. How does blue look on you?
Oh,
Volana looks at you nervously.
Claude surely looks even more nervous.
Well, no, that does make sense. That does make sense. It's not my color.
Okay.
Yes. Not
So
my color.
smart. Let's say Claude.
All right, give me your draws.
Well, I don't need the draws personally, but the over part.
Oh yeah, sorry.
The outer layer.
Give me your
Give me your sweaty underwear.
Normally we like to say don't look up. I'm going to say don't look down. I would actually love
got
if you
it.
look straight up.
Actually, I'm just gonna turn all the way around.
Yep.
There's a bathroom.
Toilet flushes. Igor comes out. He's like, "Hey, I would go in there.
give it a minute.
Give it like
Let that one
I would at least count to 10.
We don't have 10.
All right. Yeah.
Okay.
Blue cloaks. Sephi.
One last thing to do is to elect a warden specifically. Do you want Raya to come with you guys, or
I
do you
think Raya should stay. I don't want her anywhere near the Star Watch peeps.
I think the bounded field might do something a little. I don't think it would feel great. Volano says, I think it was designed to kind of was it looks at Claude, incapacitate or kill the living. Incapacitate. It was definitely.
She'll
I'm
stay
sure.
behind.
Yeah.
Anything we could, a back door to Star Watch.
Well, the bounded field will mean that you won't be able to leave until you take that down.
How do we take it down?
It's tied to the grand armor layer with another device.
How do we sever the ties on that device?
Reach the grand armor layer and sever the cables.
Oh, okay. And then where is the device that you built?
Just off the
Dad? Daddy? Father?
It's
Papa.
It is. He's crying actively. It is. It's off side chamber in the Grand Armory, and he describes there are several towers at Star Watch Tower, despite their name. The tallest and main one has a chamber at the top of it, which holds the Grand Armory. Off the side of that main chamber,
I'm sketching all these things.
Several different devices that use the Grand Armory. Two of them, one is his, and the other is the bounded field.
Is this one of those things where we cut one wire all as well and another wire, everything go boom?
We're fucked.
Well,
we don't want to cut the wire to the device we want to keep.
That's true. That's true.
You hear?
Use brick. Volano and Claude are arguing about, but no, you need to calculate endlessly and they say something mathematical and say this is impossible, and Brick proves in light behind them that it is very easily and simply and elegantly possible.
Must be a girl thing.
Cassie, you almost make eye contact with Brick as you're almost writing it at the same time as he's writing it in the air.
Yeah, makes sense to me.
Okay, so we get in, we
cut the wires.
We
take the other thing.
Take the other thing. We plug Brick in? Plug Brick in at some point?
Plug Brick in?
I don't know.
Yeah.
We'll use Brick.
Maybe him first.
Maybe Brick will know. At this point, I think Brick might know. But then we do have to shut down the thing so we can leave.
Yeah.
Okay.
They're cutting the wires. The right wires should do that.
Okay.
I think.
Yes, I think plugging Brick in is equivalent to cutting the wires in this case.
Brick will do it.
Okay, Brick. Good. Okay, he's in. Okay, so I think the last thing is your clothes.
Okay.
Raya, you can take my seat. Raya, Igor, you've met, right?
Good to meet you, young sir. I've seen that you're energetic.
Well, but I just was feeling fine. Then I touched Parable, then I had to go to the bathroom.
I don't know if you've been counting, but I have 22 backflips in the last. since he's left. But
I've been making backflips.
You haven't noticed?
No.
Okay. Sits in the chair.
Actively does another backflip. Why is the room spinning? Oh God, I gotta throw up again.
Oh, I have to choose my warden, and I don't, with Igor being here, I don't want Esther to feel left out, but I feel like Esther should also be there to kind of support Igor. And I think maybe the best idea would be, because she did a domain all by herself in the future or in the past, that Dapple would be the right choice for my warden.
I think Dapple would be a great choice.
Okay, I think I'm going to choose Dapple, and I'm going to leave a note for Esther so she knows when she gets back from her sword forms in the yard that it's all chill and I still like her.
I think she's mature enough.
I think she'll know?
Yeah, I think that's good.
I think this is actually such a wise decision, knowing that your friend has just come out of a place where Any amount of responsibility was pain for Esther because of the responsibilities that she was given and didn't agree with. Maybe giving her a position of power and responsibility would be a kindness because it's one that she agrees with. I think for now, she's just happy not to have to make the choices.
She's been really enjoying the library.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Good.
She goes up to the observatory and the library a lot.
Yeah, and you seem to be accidentally really good at things now, so I'm...
Yeah, I don't know what happened. I just kind of like decided to not follow the light anymore.
Don't think too hard about it. I think maybe just don't think any further about it and everything will be good.
I think when you're scared
of the
gods...
Don't think.
Well, okay, so I just sit in the chair, Dapple says, as she goes and sits down. She says, oh, I can...
Like a glove, right?
I can, bugs and all, I can feel everything. Okay, this is... I could get used to this. As her job becomes a million times easier, where it's not...
good choice, then.
Yeah, a really good job as you guys have, I think, it put 3 people here who could make this not only maintain, but improve this place into something maybe a little bit sturdier to take on the fight to come. But for now, I think there we will end our session as Cassi and Zin take off on Dragonback. As Savandria says, you have but to wish.
You want to do the honors?
I do. Did I say I wish?
Yeah, do it.
That's scary. I love it. Like as players, we're like sweating right now. Like, wait.
First wish, yeah.
Cassi says, I wish to be where we need to be.
Oh, putting a lot of power in my hands with that one. And we will find out if I twist that around at all next time. As
you can't. We're Dominari. You can't.
You're right.
Illegal.
Nothing goes wrong ever. Having elected proxies, wardens to serve in your stead at your domain of Callum's Crossing, it hurtles still towards the Wizard Wish, the mad god that he is now. But Parable has a mission at 2 Wells, and Zin and Cassi have a mission at Starwatch. We'll see how those end up next time. This has been a bite-sized Dice Roll Twice Told story told by yours truly, Rob Whitehead, and brought to life by my players, G, My, and Sav. To post about the show, use hashtag DiceSized. That's DICESIZED. For more like this, follow us on Instagram and find us on Patreon. That's patreon.com/DiceSized.
DiceSized.
Thank you for listening.
You took the words right out of my mouth.
God, I want to press this record button so bad.